How can we study in a smart way? Originally answered, what are the tips to study smart? The best way to study smart and not hard is through a process I call high-performance habit formation. What makes high-performance habit formation so effective as a learning technique? It allows you to apply the single most powerful strategy from applied behavioral science, positive reinforcement, to rocket fuel your neuroplastic learning, the process by which your brain wires in new habits and memories. High-performance habit formation is also an amazing strategy for quickly overcoming procrastination and for increasing and sustaining high levels of focus and motivation. So how do you actually apply high-performance habit formation so you can study smarter, not harder? First, you want to. If you want more such motivational videos, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Create a daily study task list. Prioritize the order of each study task from your most important task, MIT, task, to your least important task. Create a list of your top 5 most rewarding and enjoyable activities, MRAs. Write out each of your MITs and MRAs on separate post-it notes, and stick them up in your study space in front of you. Identify your top MRA, the fun activity you want to do the most right now, and place it beside your MIT post-it note. Use this tomato timer to time 45-minute intensive study chunks followed by 15-minute super reward breaks. Tomato timer. Click the settings button on the top right-hand side of the screen to set your study and reward break chunk times. Make sure to turn on browser notifications and adjust the volume so you hear when the timer goes off. Set the timer and get to work on your first MIT for 45 minutes. When the timer goes off, click to start your first 15-minute positive reinforcement break and start your first MRA, most rewarding activity. Important note, start your MRA within 1 to 3 seconds of finishing your first MIT. This will maximize the neuroplastic positive reinforcement, the value of your MRA. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times moving on to your next MIT. Set longer break times to take every 2-3 hours and make sure you eat 3 brain-healthy meals throughout your day. Make sure to stay hydrated throughout your day with a large container of filtered water or healthy tea beside you to sip on. Take at least 2 physical activity breaks, family doctor approved exercise. This is where you go for a walk or bike ride to oxygenate your brain and body while at the same time flushing out stress chemicals. And you might want to enjoy a glass of organic beet juice before one of your cardio-focused exercise breaks to increase blood flow to and through your brain, and possibly enhancing your neuroplastic learning. Enjoy this with a small serving of organic walnuts and blueberries for a super brain boost. Not only that, but in a study done at the University of British Columbia, researchers found that regular aerobic exercise, the kind that gets your heart and your sweat glands pumping, appears to boost the size of the hippocampus, the brain area involved in verbal memory and learning. Here are some great body weight exercises you can actually do right in your study space, even during your short breaks. Make sure to get 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep most nights. Why? Because getting enough sleep is actually neurorestorative, for example. That means new memories and habits get strengthened and less important synaptic noise from the day gets weeded out. Getting a great night's sleep is critical to optimal cognitive functioning during the day. Not only that, but the memories you're building through your studying actually get some of their most important neurochemical wiring through great sleep. And a big part of this actually comes from your brain pruning away the synaptic noise of less important information throughout the day. In fact, findings from a new study suggest that staying up late to try to memorize the information has the opposite effect, giving the brain no downtime to let the knowledge sink in. Researchers from the Loyola Marymount University in California also found the sleep deprivation corresponded to lower exam scores. The research suggests that new memories only stick in the brain if they are consolidated, which is a process that largely happens during sleep. Scientists also examined the power of napping to boost memory after studying and found that newly learned facts stuck in people's brains better after a nap. Bonus tip. Do you want to cut the time you spend learning by 50% or more? Do you want to radically improve your memory recall and long-term retention rates for that new information, being able to easily recall it weeks and even months later? Well, according to an amazing new study, you might want to try learning intensely in the late afternoon into the evening. Then enjoy a great night's sleep of 7 to 9 hours. Next, study the same material the very next morning shortly after you wake up. Here's the actual procedure that the researchers used. During 2 sessions occurring 12 hours apart, 40 participants practiced foreign vocabulary until they reached a perfect level of performance. Half of them learned in the morning and relearned in the evening of a single day. The other half learned in the evening of one day, slept, and then relearned in the morning of the next day. Their retention was assessed 1 week later and 6 months later. We found that interleaving sleep between learning sessions not only reduced the amount of practice needed by half but also ensured much better long-term retention. Sleeping after learning is definitely a good strategy, but sleeping between 2 learning sessions is a better strategy. Hope that helps. David Hall Dawson BSc, MA, Ed. Master Health and Wellness Coach, Certified Sleep Science Coach. Thanks for watching my video.